Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. I'm Little Tommy right here on the KUSI patio. That was Love is a Battlefield, and I know Elizabeth Alvarez was doing the little MTV dance in the studio. And we are here on the patio with We Belong. They're a Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo tribute band. I believe Pat Benatar got robbed. She should have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently, but she's not. And legend has it, Pat Benatar was looking for a guitar player, and she was auditioning guitar players. And then a guy named Neil Giraldo came in, and she fell in love at first sight. They ended up being married, and they're living happily ever after. They're great parents. Just like these guys, we have on lead vocals, Debbie Sierras, and on lead guitar, Mike Sierras, and then on drums, Mike Higbee, and then on bass guitar, Byron Yafuso. But I want to ask the couple here, you guys are kind of living the life of Pat Benatar and Neil because you guys are married as well. Is that accurate?
That's accurate, yeah. We're going to be celebrating 28 years married this year, and we've been together playing music as well for almost 30 years.
And you have the correct makeup for Pat Benatar, and your husband...
I never left the 80s, Tommy, that's all.
You know what, I'm living in the 80s.
Yeah.
And Mike over there playing the part of Neil, you have the same exact hair, you have his guitar, you got the Levi's with the cuffs, you got everything going on. What's it like being in a Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo tribute band?
Well, you know, it's been fun. Our very first song we played together in 1990, 30 years ago, was "Hit Me Your Best Shot." So, you know, we kind of like didn't know we were going to be doing this 30 years ago, but it kind of came full circles, and we're enjoying it. Yeah.
Tell me if you guys agree with this. I believe Pat Benatar should have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but she wasn't. I have a theory because just like you guys are called We Belong, Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo tribute band, I think Pat Benatar was going to be inducted, but her husband Neil said, hey, hold on. If she's going to be inducted, it has to be Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's what took them a long time to get nominated for sure. Yes. I mean, she should have been nominated at least a long time ago. At this point, you know, we'll see if next year maybe she'll get in. Mm-hmm. We'll see if they let Neil in too. So that's the only way it's going to happen. So yeah.
Well, you guys sound really great. I was at the sound check, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to these guys. They're called We Belong, a Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo tribute band. We're going to go back to the year 1988. This is the Wide Awake in Dreamland album. Ladies and gentlemen, We Belong with All Fired Up.
Searching for a sign, reaching out with both hands. I gotta feel the kick inside. Oh, fight up! There comes a time. Oh, fight up! Everything just falls in line. Oh, fight up! Learn from all mistakes. Oh, fight up, fight up, fight up! Hey! New everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes.
The deepest cuts are healed by faith.
Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith. Now I believe. Oh,
Believe there comes a time everything just falls in line. Learn from our mistakes.
Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. We're on the patio. Was I right, Elizabeth? This
were.
band rocks, and were you dancing to Love is a Battlefield?
I was doing the moves and
Yes.
amazing. You're amazing, and he's
Yeah,
right.
you
You
guys
have the
sound great.
makeup down. The Pat Benatar makeup is down.
That's Debbie Sierras on lead vocal as Pat Benatar. Her husband, Mike Sierras, lead guitar as Neil Giraldo. We got Mike Higbee on drums.
Hey, Mike.
And then my favorite, the bass guitar.
Check out his new strings.
That's Byron Yafuso.
You guys are so colorful.
Nice.
I mean, look at Mike's goatee back here.
That's a fine
It is
string,
a
huh?
pink goatee. You see that little detail?
Look
Love
at
that. Yeah.
All right, got the look.
And speaking of the look, you know, We Belong, that's from the Tropico album going back to 1984. That's what you guys are going to play next. That's the name of your group, We Belong, Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo Tribute Band. Can you tell me about that album, Tropico, and when they were in the studio doing that song? Because it makes a difference here.
Yeah, the backstory is they just found out they were pregnant with their first daughter when they recorded that song. And in the video, she's kind of hiding it. She's wearing like a big white jacket, and it's the children's choir is singing in the background, and it's misty, and it's very mysterious and beautiful.
Yeah.
And so we were looking for a band name, and all the good names were taken, like Heartbreaker and Best Shot and all those. So we thought, finally he came to me one day and he said, "What about We Belong?" I'm like, yeah, because we do. We belong. You know?
that's
So
perfect.
yeah, so it's like a
perfect.
perfect name for us.
And then Mike on lead guitar, on guitars. What kind of guitar is that?
This is a Guild Starfire. This is one of the same ones that Neil plays. More recently years.
And then the other guitar you started off with, what kind of guitar is that?
That's a BC Rich. That's another Neil. That's his signature guitar there, the BC Rich Eagle.
Cool. And then when you guys are playing around town and fans are like loving it because you do sound great, what songs are they like cheering for? What song gets everyone out of all the Pat Benatar songs?
Oh boy,
many to
that's
choose
really
from, right?
tough.
Love is a Battlefield. Definitely
Love is
one
a
of
Battlefield's definitely one of the top. And
I'm telling you, it gets you wanting to
it
dance,
does,
right?
Yeah, and Hit Me With Your Best Shot, of course. That's
Yeah.
like a given.
And every bar band plays that, but everybody still loves to hear it.
But they really like Promises in the Dark and Hell Is for Children and those songs too.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there-
Well, we're
there
going to
are
hear
so many good
We
ones.
Belong from the Tropico album going back to 1984. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie Sierras on lead vocal, Mike Sierras on lead guitar, Mike Higbee on drums, Byron Yafuso on bass guitar. This is We Belong. We'll see you. Watch Good Morning San Diego tomorrow morning.
All
Have a good
right.
one.
Many times I've tried to tell you, many times I've cried alone. Always I'm surprised how well you cut my feelings to the bone. Don't wanna leave you really, I've much time to give you up that easy to the doubts that complicate your mind. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong together. Maybe it's a sign of weakness when I don't know what to say. Maybe I just wouldn't know what to do with my strength anyway. Have we become a habit? Do we distort the facts? Now there's no looking forward. Now there's no turning back when you say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong together. Close your eyes and try to sleep now. Close your eyes and try to dream. Clear your mind and do your best to try and reach the path of me. We can't begin to know